right, so you guys are not together right now. Something tells me, because the Four of Swords is coming up here. That talks about period of rest, pause, as things are on hold at the moment. At the same time, it could be that you guys are together, just may not be much, much engagement, much action being taken at this moment, because this is about resting, about reflection, about looking at what you want. Now, jumping into this, we can already see that this situation for both parties does have a lot to do with a decision. One for person is judgment, is resurrection here. It's an opportunity coming back up from the past. This is them figuring out whether or not this is something that they want to, go after or not, right? This is them having to make a decision about a situation that they may not have had, may not have thought they would have another opportunity with, right? Judgment is one of those cards that, that be giving you a blast of the past, looking at what you've gone through, how far you've come, what you've achieved and what you've learned through this, through your process of, getting over a certain situation just to have it come back in your life. Crazy. Also, guys, please pick the sides that you guys, that each side resonates with you, okay? Because I'm just going to use this person and this person to kind of just talk it through, because you guys may pick either side. Now, this person on this side has got the Two of Pentacles. They're having to make a decision about which one is, or which, pretty much, which pentacle is worth pursuing, which is of great value to them. They're not looking at their emotions, though, because look at how they're juggling them. I think they're also trying to, I think, here's the thing. I don't think that they need to look at their emotions, believe it or not, because I think they already know what it is that they want. And I know what you're thinking. What? Where do you get that from? Well, looking from the star, how they're presenting themselves, right? They're showing that they have either a loss of hope or that they have a tremendous amount of hope. Okay? Now, this hope starts from a very brand new beginning, things starting over, things starting fresh, right? And I think this person's trying to figure out which options, which pentacles is worth of committing to, right? And I think at the same time they're trying to keep the balance at the same time, or distracting themselves. Okay, no. What they're doing here is that there's some stuff that they're juggling at this moment, not because to distract themselves, but more to keep them their emotions at bay, because they know what they want already. They know what they want. The stars coming up, they know what their aspirations are. That's what when you have the star come up, it's a brand new beginning. That brand new beginning inspires hope, and with hope calls for aspirations. And this aspiration is usually already something that you want to go after, something that you know that you want. It's just more of like, is it worth going after or not? And maybe there's certain things or certain options that they have that help them get there, but it all depends on which one that they want to pursue. It's interesting, but I feel like at the same time they're looking at the practical, because what they truly want is in the forefront, but they're just trying to keep the balance right now because their emotions are kind of or overflowing. And why you say that, right? The Eight of Cups would indicate emotional drainage, right? Yes, I think that at one point they were emotionally drained. That's why they're so full of life. That's why they have so much hope now. Or perhaps if they don't have hope, right, from this emotional drainage, this is because they're, this could be that they're trying to figure out which options they want, because they are not feeling that hopeful vibe. They're not feeling that hopeful energy. Now, this is the card for you, Aquarius. The star is you guys. You guys do represent hope. You guys do represent a new beginning, but it also is healing from the new beginning as well, putting effort in. They're putting a lot of effort into manifestation. That's why I don't think this is necessarily them not making a decision based off of how they feel. This is more of like they're putting the effort into the situation as much as they can without letting their emotions catch up with them, if that makes sense. So it's on the back burner because they already know what they feel about stuff. And I think they're going after what their heart's desire is, even if they kind of don't know what that is yet. Like, I think they're still trying to figure it out, but in a practical means, because they're just overflowing with emotion. Like, they're just dying to just express and to be, but they just, I don't know, I feel like they're trying to be with practical things. It's interesting. But the other person showing up, right, with judgment, they have the Page of Cups in the present. So how they're showing, or what they're showing here, is that they're communicating openly about how they feel. They're emotionally open. They're, they have something small that they're manifesting too. There's something that they're nurturing and keeping close to themselves. Because I feel like the Page of Cups is one of those pages that actually keeps their emotions not in, but more of like they really take care of it. They treat it like it's a new pet, right? Like typically with the Page of Cups, right? The page would have a cup with a fish in it, and that is that pet. That's the page's pet, right? That's the page's best friend. He wants to take care of that, and your dreams, your heart's desires are your best friends, right? Depending on who this is. This is how they're treating it, right? They're seeing the new beginning, but they're also aware of what they want, right? In a small degree. And I kind of feel like this is their little a moment to kind of stretch their legs out to have a little hope, because the Page of Cups wouldn't be anything without hope. Now, it's a small little sample of hope, not a huge one, not like the Ace of Cups, right? Or the Star, for instance, right? Because this person is going off of skepticism. They're coming from a very skeptical place, and you're like, where do you see the skepticism from? The Page of Pentacles. He looks at the details. He's very scrupulous of what he's looking at what he's looking at, and before he commits to anything, he wants to be sure. He is very slow at making a decision too, but he knows what he is, what is of value to him. He knows it because he took time to reevaluate or evaluate his own his own value system. So this person is skeptical, but I feel like they're emotionally open because they're emotionally open to, to receiving certain things, but they're still very picky. There may be a new opportunity coming in, but they're still picky. They're still looking for that perfect one, that perfect cup, right? That matches theirs. Two of Cups, in my opinion, right? Because we're looking at this situation, the wedding, and that's what's kind of like going, that's driving me nuts, because there is a commitment here. Or there's something that's tying you two together, a bond that can become more than just a bond. And especially considering that there has been periods of time, or a period of time apart, or not communicating, or just time of reflection. I think the time of reflection definitely brought everybody to a point where, yeah, either there's a need for healing here with like the Page of Cups, or there's a heart desire that's, even though it's small, it's pretty much taken as a big deal. Now, what brought you two together is the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands can indicate things moving fast, communication, and I feel like the talking was the biggest thing. How you guys kind of got each other, how things really flowed, how things really moved. Like, time flew when you guys were together. Things really was picking up, arrows of love. You guys fell in love with each other, right? And it was intense, and it was overwhelming, And I think that is something that is kind of causing you guys skepticism here, or this person here skepticism, because, they still have this romantic part of them that obviously that they desire to have romanticized, but it's like, how can this become real? Like, I think the situation is that there was the break, time apart, whatever, something slowed down, something took a beat, but this person is, either this person's already communicated to. I feel like this person's talked the most because of the pages that are coming up here. And this person has just been, thinking things through, going through emotional, turmoil in a sense of figuring out what they do and do not want. And I finally feel like they have come to a conclusion of what they don't want, but now it's about what do they want to commit to, and this is their new beginning. This is their opportunity to not only heal from being emotionally drained, from draining themselves, from, contemplating about what they want for a long time or what they don't want for a while, to, starting something that actually does have a lot of value to them because it's something that they want. So the challenge is the Six of Wands, being noticed, being seen, or making the effort towards something that you feel proud of rather than other people seeing that. I think the reward is you being happy about what steps you take, both of you. And I think that this problem is for one of you guys is being seen and being recognized, while the other is they're trying to figure out what steps they take that they can feel proud of themselves. Because I don't think that this person has a problem with being noticed. I think this person doesn't have, I don't think this person has a problem being noticed. I think this person who's been communicating, that's why they're having this situation where this is a flashback to messages and communication that either showed stability and commitment, even something small, like, I don't know, maybe a extension of friendship. some small romance here. This is giving this person flashbacks. So I think this is about, the connection, their emotions that they was attached to the offer that they've extended. Right? They've extended some sort of offer before in the past, but this is giving them an opportunity to, this is a resurrection of the situation. And there's something that's recurring with this, and it may have to do with how they feel, right? What they feel, what they want to feel, and this person here is not, I don't think they have the problem of, of being recognized. They have the problem of recognizing or being happy with the steps that they've taken, because they haven't been the Eight of Cups. They are not happy with how they've been moving forward. They're not been happy about how they've made, what they've been doing all this time. That's why they're juggling stuff now, trying to make a decision and, ready to start something new. They have the hope for something new. They have the opportunity for something new. Things are starting over for this person to actually be happy with what they're doing. Because before, no. So, it's interesting, guys. It's really interesting. Let's take a look at the Whispers of Love. Let's get an oracle card to wrap up the rest of this reading here. Love is all around you. There's love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. So that's interesting. I kind of feel like what it's trying to say as well is that even though you guys have had a period of time apart, or maybe not have connected very well, which is what brought you guys to a period of, needing time or space to kind of reflect and kind of figure out what you guys want internally, or rest and heal, I feel like you guys are connected and have always been connected, but it's not about the connection part. It's about the progress part. It's about the, where you guys have been part. Because I think, with this Four of Swords coming up, which is, why is it coming up? The Fool, right? A new beginning. Wow. Taking a leap of faith. I think whatever leap of faith you guys have taken definitely required you guys to really reflect and see how much you've grown from that standpoint. You both jumped off a cliff together, falling in love like you have. But whatever this period of pause was, it allowed you guys to reconnect to yourself, to your truth, to heal from what you've experienced, but also to remember perhaps, or to figure out what you truly want to experience. And you guys are in a way both intertwined with that, because you guys both needed that realization as to what was, what is your heart's desire? What do you want to feel? It awakened something in you guys. And I feel like with, love is all around you. It's like compassion, everything happens for a reason, even the difficult parts. And it's love that helps us push forward and move forward and inspires us to continue to have our dreams. And even this relationship that I feel like is honestly, it has the potential to be full of love here, is what's inspiring both of you guys to go after what your dreams are. To take a second chance, or to start a new beginning, start another chance, to begin another chance here.